first off, I want to give a lot of credit to Indiana. I've known Steve for a long time, Kevin, Rachel, that crew. That's a hell of a coaching staff, and they've done a really good job with that team. They're like, I think they're 13-1 or something, 12-1. They've only lost one match, and there's a reason for it because they're very, very good. I'm disappointed in my team tonight, and I talked to them already, and they know this. I'm not here to put people on blast or whatnot. I just thought we didn't react the way we needed to react on the floor. When things got troublesome or we didn't really problem solve, we just kind of, not pouted, but we just kind of seemed like we were shocked or always one step behind. And we have to respond quicker. So it's a good lesson. It's a very tough lesson. And we have no time to turn around. We're playing against one of the best teams in the country tomorrow. It's here. So we need to flush this, get over it, learn what we need to learn, and get to the next game. Welcome to the Big Ten.
Welcome to the Big Ten, indeed. Hi, guys. First question that I want to ask. On the stat sheet, you guys led in kills, points, assists. Messer had 45 today. But obviously you guys lost in 4 in game 1. And I guess the start of the final game really looked like the only time you guys had control. Do you think there was a discrepancy on that stat sheet and what really happened in the game?
I mean, no. I think they outplayed us. I just think it was a bad night. I mean, if you look at the stats, we weren't hitting with high efficiency, and then we were just we were getting beat by their speed. I thought their speed was very, very effective, and so it's not always how hard you hit the ball. It's about finding open court, and I thought they found more open court than we did tonight.
Yeah, it feels like when you guys are running your middles, you're blocking well, like this team can be really unstoppable. But like, how do you guys think you can succeed when one of those isn't working like tonight?
Sorry, can you ask it again?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, so like you guys are very, very good when you're in system, when we're running our middles, when you guys are blocking, we're a very good blocking team. So when one of those aren't clicking, like Keller said, you guys, the speed was really fast, so you couldn't really get a block up. Like, what do you guys think you can do in the future to succeed when one of those isn't clicking during the game?
For sure. Like Brad said, it was kind of an off night for us, and we weren't really able to adjust fast enough. It took us way too long, and we might not have even got to that point to where we adjusted to their speed. And that's something we have to work on, adjusting faster for sure.
And I would also say, like Brad said, the pouting necessarily, just our attitude, just completely changing the way how we're looking at it, and if this isn't working, then we can lean on this and like trying to find an outlet.
I thought, just to add, I still think we need to give, and I agree with what you both said, I give credit to Indiana. I thought they short-served us, and it took us too long to figure that out. I think we compounded errors. We tried to do too much when we didn't have to. I think we felt the stress, and I think that just got to us. I think that's, sometimes, I just think there's a little bit more credit that goes to Indiana on that as well, as I would say.
Coach, you said welcome to the Big Ten. The Big Ten has 18 teams. 16 of those teams have winning records. When you've been around volleyball a long time, when we know the Pac-12 was always good in volleyball, but when did the Big Ten start stepping up like this?
The Big Ten has always been a juggernaut, or there's so many good teams in the Big Ten, and it's big programs, right? It's big brands. That's the biggest part about this whole thing. And the Pac-12 was great too, but there just seems to be more parity in the Big Ten. I've only been in it for 2 years. This is our second year, so I don't have enough information on that. But it's every single night is a dogfight. There is no off team. Every team in this league can win and do a very, very good job. I mean, if Indiana is 12-1 and 3-0 in the Big Ten, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So, and they're not even ranked. I mean, they will be after this, but they weren't even ranked. I think they're receiving votes. So, I don't know. People are saying the ACC and the Big 12 and SEC. I don't know. I think the think the Big Ten is still the premier.
What does this do for college women's volleyball?
Say again?
What does this do, having all these great teams, what does this do for college women's volleyball?
It's great for the sport. It's the fastest growing sport in America, isn't it? It's like it's something like that. It's really becoming this whole thing. It's a women's movement is what's going on, and it kind of started actually with women's basketball with, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and Juju, like that sort of a thing. But it's spilling over into the women's volleyball world, and you got all these big names of, Martin and Babcock and Skylar Fields, just so you're starting to see this thing where there's just more exposure and there's just more fandom and people are getting access to it. I always compare it to, it's like the Steph, I call it the Steph Curry effect. Everyone now shoots these logo 3-pointers because they just watch this guy do all the handles, and they would go to watch his warm up, and it became this big thing. And now he's shooting from half court and all these things, and that's normal. And you see all these kids doing it because of the exposure. I think it's the same thing for women's sports. I think it's the same thing for volleyball. I think you just see it all the time, and it's like pouring gasoline on a flame. It's exploding. It's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to ask specifically after the first set, you mentioned that you guys didn't react how you needed to. Can you specifically walk us through kind of what was your mentality coming after the big first set win, and then the second set you guys were down 1-5, I believe, at the beginning of the second set. What were your guys kind of thinking, and did that not kind of change throughout the course of the series?
We were down like 1 or 2 points the entire second set. We always brought it back close, and then we just would make an error, and then they would pull ahead by 3 again. And so we could never really. I kept telling my staff, I feels like we just can't get this controlled under control. Like we catch up, and then we let it slip, and we catch up, and we let it slip. And there's only so many times you're going to be able to do that, but when it starts taking a toll on you, because you start to feel like no matter what we do, we're not quite getting what we need out of this. So I think that kind of bled, and then when we got to the third set, you lose a deuce. 25-22 was close, but then I thought the third set is when we kind of slipped, and they started gaining a lot of that momentum. I thought their setter did a nice job of jamming the ball and setting up some quick and back sets and slides, and Well, we prep all the players and teams. What we do though that's a little bit different is, back in the day we give them like a 6-page scouting plan, and you're going to do exactly this, and we used to call it joysticking the kids, where you're telling them exactly where to go block, you're to area 4 commit, you're going to all these things, but you don't. The teams that win don't really do that because they're just become robots. And so you want them to explore and to get creative and learn the game. And so we do a lot of read blocking, and we call it OG or gym. We are prepping the other team. We just don't talk about it. So it's not like we're watching all this video or those things, but we are prepping for them. I thought, after looking at it now, I think we should have prepped them a little bit. I think we failed as a staff, to prep the speed of Indiana. So, I think you just learn from it and you keep going. But, yeah, we prep everybody.
All right.
Yeah. We just don't talk about it.
That's why I'm not in the coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any particular reason that you pulled London Weejay out of the front row in the fourth set and just had her play back row?
Yeah, she hit 0-40. That's not anything personal on her. She's been a rock for us. She's been really, really good, but we're not getting pin production from all of our pins at that point in time. And so I just wanted to switch. The act of not switching something is also, you're trying to find something. And we have a lot of very good volleyball players in this room, and someone can catch fire. I think 2 years ago we put Riley in, and she hit like 900 and won us the game, I think 2 years ago against Washington State or something like that. So everyone is all hands on deck, and they have to be prepared. I thought Danny Thomas Nathan did a great job for us this last week against Penn State and Ohio State. She stepped in and played a massive role for us. I just think everyone has to be ready to go.
Any other questions? That's it. Thanks, ladies. Thanks, coach.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you guys tomorrow.